Today I am going to show you my accepted Dutch art school portfolio. I'm a bit late to the party, but that's okay. Okay, to start off, I will give you some general information because I applied to a Dutch art school. I am Dutch. I will be going to a Dutch art school. I will be going to ArtEZ, and I will be studying fine art next semester. Okay, so I took a preparatory course last year at ArtEZ, and it consisted of 18 Saturdays, and there were different bachelor studies, and each study had 3 lessons. At the end of every 3 lessons we had a big assignment we needed to finish, and we were like rated for those assignments. And at the end of the course we had a big general application day, and on that day we heard if we were accepted or not. Let's get into it. I first applied for fashion design and that didn't work out. I didn't got accepted for fashion design, but anyway, I'm going to show you what I made for the fashion design classes. We had to drape with some fabric on a mannequin, and we had to drape different forms and such. With the silhouettes we have created, we had to make like fashion illustrations. And I have a whole bunch of the fashion illustrations right here. I can show you some. This one. I do kind of like them. They're a bit edgy. I think Billie Eilish would like this one. The professor didn't really like what I made. She thought it was too dark. She didn't like the things I've put over the eyes. And she just didn't like them. We also had a workshop, and in the workshop we had to make fashion illustrations from materials and paint and colors and such. So I have some papers with experimental things, colors and patterns and all that kind of stuff. And with these patterns we had to make we had to make the illustrations, and I have them right here. I made 5 of them. I lost 1 of them. I still have 4 of them. They're not that good. I don't like them. This was when I realized that fashion design wasn't really my thing. I couldn't really I didn't quite enjoy it. I didn't quite enjoy the workshops and the classes, so I was like, maybe this is not it, but maybe this is not what I want. I made at home some experimental pieces. I really like them, but it was very hard for me to make these. I do like the outcome of it, but I hate this one. I really do. I just want to burn it to the fucking ground. And this one, that was for the fashion design classes. This was my dummy, my sketchbook I used. It's very thick. She's very thick, because what they really like is they like to see the process. They like to see your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're making, the little dribbles you make and such. So that's why she's so thick. And for spatial design I had my idea just this was the first page, trying to be still aesthetic and such, and I just had everything, can you see it? Everything sketched out, written, and where I took my inspiration from. And I have some experiments with the materials I used. And so I made like an installation. I have it right here actually. This is it. I will insert a video of it because it looks at, when you see it like this, you're like, what the fuck? Art, art, art. Oh, that is art. It is very organic. I don't really remember the assignment. I made an abstract form. I was just scribbling some stuff and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So gender identity is fluid, and that's the thought behind it. She really liked it. She was really really happy about it. She really, yeah, they loved it. I love it. I will move on to, we had to make like portraits of people, and it was about not looking, not seeing things and such. I have a bunch of sketches of portraits, simple portraits. I just like made in like 1 minute or something like that. I wanted to experiment with different mediums. I wanted to show them I can use different mediums so that there is a lot of variety and they can see my potential. So I made her from clay, just simple clay, and I painted her with acrylic painting. She has little elf ears, if you could see. She cute. And I crocheted her a little hat. She was based off an alter ego I came up with. The alter ego was that she always wears a handmade crocheted hat. I have a bunch of some like swatches. I have, this is why she's so thick, but I have just everything. I put everything in there, and that's what they really liked. They liked that I just put everything there. They can see what my mind is like with the creative process. So the next one is interaction design, and for interaction design we had to like collect information from the way from school to home or from home to school. So I started counting the birds because there are a lot of birds, and I counted all of the birds every day to see if they like were on the same spot or not. I collected a lot of information. Okay, anyway, I will insert some pictures so you can see what I'm talking about. The piece is about comfort and traveling alone. They also really liked it. I'm really proud of that piece. I love it. Okay, so for fine art we had to make a still life. We had to paint a still life, and we first started off with figure drawing. We had to figure draw a model. So I will show you the figure drawings. Oh, she's big. This was, is it upside down? Oh, it was upside down, but this is a 3-minute figure drawing. It's so big. This is a 1-minute figure drawing. This was the 1-hour piece. She was really pleased about it. This is the top and the bottom. It's so big. After the figure drawings, we had to make a still life. This is my final painting. Something like that. I love painting it. I was just like painting each day, every day. It was just great. I loved it. This is one of my sketchbooks. In my sketchbook, I also had displayed on my table some figure drawings I made at home. Just some sketches. I used to use Croquis Cafe on YouTube. But right now, because people are naked, it is demonetized. So you have to pay for it. I don't have any money, so I can't do that anymore. But that was fine art. We also had graphic design. And for graphic design, we had to make a graphic poster. It looks something like this. See, it is way too big to show you. We had to make 3 pieces. I can show you. This was like the graphic one. It says Verlangen, aka longing. This says the same. And this is the final one. Oh, I think it's upside down. I will insert a picture of it. I struggle with an eating disorder, and because of my eating disorder, my body image is just... This piece was inspired about how I feel about my eating disorder and the way I feel about my body. I have in my sketchbook some little drawings, my journal / sketchbook. I have just like sorted out some general drawings I like displayed on the table. This is one of them, inspired by Keith Haring, my boy. I have made a collage. It says de toekomst, de rouw, De imperfecties, dat ben ik. This is my sketchbook. Don't forget to write to me. I was feeling very lonely and I didn't receive any letters or messages from my friends, and I was like, please don't forget me. I was just a depressed piece of human being. Another collage about gender identity. I have some pictures that I took. Okay, the first 3 pictures that I'm showing you are pictures I took at school. These are like fashion editorial pieces. I'm proud of them. I don't like the way I edited them, but I used VSCO and that says enough. Okay, on to the next one. These pictures were taken for my final high school assignment. They are also about gender identity. I wanted to play with the stereotypes of identity and to show them there isn't like a certain identity you need to have. These are all self-portraits I made in my room. Sometimes with friends I like to have photo shoots, so I showed them some. I also showed them some pictures, some other self-portraits I took at home, and these are from a photo shoot I took with a friend called Nienke. They liked the pictures. They blamed the developer for the poor quality because the quality is very poor, and that was my portfolio. Because it's a Dutch art school and I did a pre-course, things were very different from the usual selection days. They like to see obviously what you have, the talent you have, but they also like to see that you use different mediums, you experiment a lot, and they also like to see your sketchbooks, how you came up with your ideas, what you draw in your free time. I hope I gave you enough information if you want to go to ArtEZ, if you want to do fine art. I don't know, because obviously I don't know what it's like for other bachelor studies, but because Dutch art schools are different from American art schools, and the selection days are different from the American selection days. So I hope I gave you some insightful tips, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't talk for too long. So yeah, thank you. Bye!